Platinum Perry, King of Violence, is taking on Jake Paul in a boxing match. He can read. Ooh, yeah! See, this is something that Jake Paul will never do. Jake Paul will never expose himself like that. Look, they are in right now, and Mike Perry lands his beautiful right hand. I'm gonna do a fast motion for you guys. Whack. You see that sneaky cross? Whack. Be aggressive with Jake Paul. A lot of people that Jake Paul has fought in boxing haven't been aggressive with him and haven't been able to eat his shots. I think Mike Perry can do that. Look at this right here. Like, this is the type of pressure that can beat a guy like Jake Paul. This man can do it for the MMA community right here. He can do it. He can do it. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. And we have another breakdown for you. Mike Platinum Perry, King of Violence, is taking on Jake Paul in a boxing match. And I wanted to break this fight down. I believe this is probably Mike Perry's toughest test to date. Someone who can stand and bang with him in bare knuckle fighting. And I believe can do kind of a simulation what Jake Paul could do to Mike Perry. Obviously, this fight was the beginning of Mike Perry's rise in bare knuckle fighting, but I wanted to break it down to see what this guy did good and how Mike Perry overcame that. Because when he fought Luke Rocco, when he fought Eddie Alvarez, when he fought Tiago Alves, they could not hang with him, but this guy did. Julian Lane, as always, make sure you subscribe, like, also hit the bell to know we go live. Now, I was a bit advocate for Jake Paul getting that match against Jake Paul. Jake Paul's gonna fight Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson falls out. I think this is a better matchup. All right, right here. Once as always, Mike Perry is always gonna come forward, and obviously with the bare knuckle fighting, it's something that Jake Paul has never done. Now, Jake Paul is a pretty good boxer because he has to come in behind that jab. He can make really good reads. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that he can read. Oh yeah! See, this is something that Jake Paul will never do. Jake Paul will never expose himself like that. But Mike Perry will sit there and eat the shots and find the right opportunity to land the big shot. Just comes back in. Ooh, look at that jab. Ooh. Uppercut. 6-3-2. Okay, so this is something that Mike Perry is going to be able to use when he boxes, because when they're tying up, granted, he's going to have to break Jake Paul, but look, he's getting that frame on him, and he's beating up that kidney on that side. So he can use this in boxing. Be aggressive with Jake Paul. A lot of people that Jake Paul has fought in boxing haven't been aggressive with him and haven't been able to eat his shots. I think Mike Perry can do that. Right, ref will break him up. Good. Look, Mike Perry comes right forward. Ooh, and see, Mike Perry's so good about landing those short shots in between here, right? Look at this shot right here. Beautiful camera angle from this thing. Watch this right here. Right here. Look how close they are, right? This shot comes right in there. Whack, right there. Look at the distance he needs to throw that. Look how close they are. That's not even... Look, they are in the void right now, and Mike Perry lands his beautiful right hand. I'm going to do a fast motion for you guys. Whack. Look. He's getting on the head. Dirty boxer right there. Comes forward, backing up. He threw the jab different. It was more of a shovel jab instead of a straight jab. Jake Paul might not be used to that. Look at the damage he's done on him. Ooh. Look at that. Wow. But once again, it's not bare knuckle fighting, but he can do the same type of shots. Round two. Look, he's going for it immediately, right? He's going forward immediately. He always presses forward into the void and putting pressure on this guy, which would be good against Jake Paul because Jake Paul's going to have to go back, lateral, and stay away from Perry because once they connect in that void, he's going to do a good job. Now, I don't foresee Mike Perry ducking his head into an uppercut because Mike Perry doesn't really use a lot of head movement. He likes to eat the punches. He even said he does, which drains his opponent and also demoralizes his opponent. And we'll find out. I got to find out how many rounds it is. Big jump and left hook. We slipped that overhand right. Beautiful. Dirty boxing. Just trying to pummel in. Good job pummeling. Ooh, try to come off in. We see he ate that and countered him. Right? One of our instructors at AMC, his name was Haru Mishima, and he says sometimes, you know, you eat a shot to give a harder shot. Like, you just got to make sure when you eat that shot, you're not stiff. You eat it, you go here, and come back with a hard one. And that's what my Perry just did. Ooh. We. And Perry's taking some hard shots here. Hard shots. We. Look at that movement. Try to get in there. Crowd calling Perry's name. Wee. You see that sneaky cross? Whack. Oh, man. And just look at the damage. Round 3. Look. There's a head movement trying to get to his opponent. Create across that void. No. See that feint right there that he did? Watch this feint. Feint. Watch here, right here. Feint. He covers up. He watches. Look. He looks to see the shot he's going to do. He's picking it. Ooh, he misses just a little bit. So we can see some feint from Mike Perry to get his opponent, to get a response to his opponent, to see what he's going to do. And that's what he's going to look to do his shot. Look, he went angle. He jumped back angle and went right hand. Look at this right here. Like, this is the type of pressure that can beat a guy like Jake Paul by just being relentless and tenacious and just vicious. Shutting him down with the dirty boxing. Ooh. He showed that fate. So what Mike Perry's doing right now, like, he's here. He shows a feint. And when he gets response, this guy goes into shell. And when he goes into shell, Mike Perry decides he's going to do uppercut or left hook or body. That's what he's doing. That's one of the things I love about watching Mike Perry lately. He did the same thing Eddie Alvarez did. Not really to Luke Rockhold, but he did it to Thiago Alves and caught him and knocked Thiago Alves in the first round. All right, and now Perry's just staying outside the void. There's that cross. Ooh, that guy Julian got behind it, but he showed something. He covered up, and the blood's getting in his eyes now. Showed one uppercut. Oi. Oh. Ooh. And that's one thing Mike Perry does very good. He'll make his reads as the fight goes on. Like if he sees the guy's ducking into that thing, he's going to uppercut. He's not just going to beat up the guard. He'll beat up the guard a little bit, but he's going to look for that big shot. Round 4. Here we go. All right. Show to come across those. He shows and comes across the void. Ask him to close his fist. You know what's funny? See, here's the difference, right? They don't even have gloves on, and there hasn't been one eye poke. You know why, right? Because you can't elbow, you can't grapple, you can't do Muay Thai, you can clinch, but when you hit, you got to hit here. Whoo, beautiful combinations. I just realized this. Ooh, combinations when he came in. Ooh, beautiful. His face. Oh, his face. Wee. See, Mike can eat it, right? That's it. That's the thing that Jake Paul is not gonna be ready for. He's not gonna be ready for someone who can eat the shots and be able to dish it back. All right. Wee. Another thing Perry's doing a good job at is when he comes across the distance, he's hitting him with that check left hand. Oi! Ooh, he got rocked there. Ooh. Now, this is Perry doing some good evading. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots here, but he's trying to minimize the damage he's taking by rolling out of there. Ooh, nice Smith. Slip there and roll. Oh, look at this. So I will say the last round, Mike Perry lost because the guy did get on him a lot more and landed better shots. But I think Mike Perry showed some good, well, like I said before, the name of the game is hit, not to be hit. Now, when he takes on Jake Paul, he's got to use that same type of relentless pressure against Jake Paul in order to be able to break down Jake Paul's guard and beat him up later in the rounds, right? Don't try to beat Jake Paul in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Put the pressure on him, but try to stay on him and force him to fight. If you can force him to fight and land those big shots that he usually does, Mike Perry will probably end up beating Jake Paul. But if Jake Paul is able to get slick and beat Mike Perry out up and outside, never let him get inside the void and catch him in check hook and uppercuts, then when you see Jake Paul win. But we're rooting for our boy Platinum Mike Perry, king of violence. All right, there, boys. This man can do it for the MMA community right here. He can do it. He can do it. All right, boys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, but also hit the bell to know when we go live.